What up, boys? I just took a massive shit. Feels good, man. Today is day 10 of waiting for Pokemon Champions. Also, a little bird in my ears, a little French bird in my ears told me that the audio in the previous video scuffed. Previous 3 videos because I recorded all 3 videos at the same time. I'm not gonna. I am not gonna redo the. It is what it is. It is what it is. I'm not gonna redo that. It is what it is. It is what it is. What I'm gonna do though instead is I'm probably gonna make a short version, like a shorter version of the whole thing. Like every video will be under 5 minutes, maybe even under 3 minutes or something. After I do something like that. But we'll see. Anyways, today is about weather. Weather is a really important part of Pokemon. You have to prepare for it in your team building. Otherwise, big problem. So, first of all, what's a weather? Well, it's an effect that's gonna affect the whole battlefield. For usually 5 turns, or maybe 8 turns if you have a certain item. That is called a night flame. Usually the weather you're gonna summon by using an ability that triggers on switching. In rare occasions, you can summon the weather manually with a move, but that's pretty rare, actually. Ish. And then the main rule is that there's can only be one weather at a time, and so if a different weather is to be triggered, then it will erase the current weather. There we go. So, what are the weathers? There's 4 primary weathers. For it. The first one is sun. It's summoned with the ability Drought. Actually, let's see. Drought. And who learns Drought? Well, Groudon, Ninetales, and Torkoal. Groudon is a restricted legendary, so it's not always legal. And so usually Torkoal is the one that people for summoning the sun. Or else you can use the move Sunny Day. But you usually want the move to be like the first thing that happens in a turn. If you're gonna set the sun, you want the first thing that happens. And so usually it's gonna be a Pokemon with Prankster. This is the ability that if you use a move that doesn't do damage, that move has a priority of +1. So it's always gonna move first. And so you just have Tornadus or Whimsicott usually. These two can use Sunny Day with Prankster ability, so it summons like instantly. But you do waste a turn of a Pokemon to summon it. So it's not ideal. Usually you go with Torkoal, because it's a good Pokemon anyways. So, what are the effects of the sun? 50% damage bonus on fire moves, and 50% damage nerf on water moves. Some other side effects is Solar Beam. This is a grass move. And Solar Blade too, actually. Those are 2 moves that usually they take 2 turns to trigger. Like 1 turn it charges, so your Pokemon does nothing, it just charges the attack, and the second turn it does the damage. When there's the sun active, you don't charge, you instantly attack. And there's a move that's pretty common, so I'm gonna mark it there because it's really well used. It's used a lot. It's Hurricane. It's a strong flying type move, and it's usually it's 70% accurate, so it's inconsistent. And in the Sun, it drops to 50%, so it's even more inconsistent. Now, every weather has synergistic. Okay. Wait, no. Wait, no, that was written properly. Whatever. Synergistic abilities. Usually, every weather is gonna have an ability that doubles the speed of the user. So here, for example, for the Sun, there's chlorophyll. If the Sun is active, the Pokemon speed is doubled. So yeah, a common strategy is to use something like Elegant or Venusaur or Jumpluff with chlorophyll, so that they become super fast when there's the Sun, and they have sleep powder. So super fast sleep powder user, that's really disruptive. That's really annoying, actually. You have to have something against that in your team building, otherwise you're gonna get run over. This is pretty common. This is just really strong. And there's also Solar Power, an ability that boosts the attacks, the special attack, by 50% when there's the Sun, and you lose an eighth of your HP, so 12% of HP. There we go. Next up, there is Rain, which is the opposite of Sun. So it boosts water damage by 50%, it nerfs fire damage by 50%, and Hurricane can't miss in the rain. So yeah, pretty much the opposite. The abilities that synergize well with Rain is Swift Swim, which is the same as Chlorophyll. It doubles the speed of the user when there's the rain up. So Swift Swim, the Swift Swim, and usually it's gonna be Ludicolo, my man. Ludicolo, my man. So yeah, Ludicolo, Basculegion. That's it? No, there's more. Where's the Kingdra? Yeah, Kingdra. So Kingdra, Basculegion, Ludicolo, they all have Swift Swim, so in the rain they're just the fastest thing on the field. There's also Rain Dish and Dry Skin. These recover your HP a little bit at the end of the turn when there's the rain. I did do some other thing, but it's for the weather it's irrelevant. It's just know these exist and synergize with the rain and just give some HP, just like leftovers. Maybe more, maybe I don't know. Snow. So Snow, if you played previous versions, generations, there wasn't Snow, it was Hail, which would do damage every turn. They reworked that since Generation 9, and now it's Snow. What it does now, it's actually really good now, because it boosts the physical defense of Ice types by 50%. That is really good, actually. Like, that is really good. Ice types usually struggle a lot. Just staying alive. That's massive, because they're just so weak to everything. And so yeah, this is massive. Also, Blizzard can't miss. Blizzard is a super strong ice move that hits both targets and is inaccurate, just like Hurricane. But this one hits 2 targets and it can freeze. So yeah, always hits, cannot miss, and yeah. Oh, one thing I forgot with the rain. Who has Drizzle? So the Pokemon that summon the rain, it's Drizzle, and it's Pelipper, Politoed, and if it's legal, then it's Kyogre. Pelipper is the most used, Politoed is the coolest. So for the Snow, For the snow, who has snow warning? Well, there's 2 Pokemon. I think. Yeah. So a Bomb Snow, but it's not used. Nobody uses that. Maybe when the Mega comes back. Maybe. You should be aware of it. There's gonna be some Mega Bomb Snow for sure. Even though it's not probably not gonna be strong. But who knows? And then in Ninetales, Alola version of Ninetales, which is the Ice type, and he has a Snow Walling, which summons the snow whenever he switches in. And this one is really used a lot. The abilities. So just like the other weathers, there's an ability that doubles the speed. This one is Slush Rush. It's not really used, honestly, because these Pokemon are just not that. So you don't really use that. What you use though, and that's scary, and that's what evil people do, because it is a Snow Cloak, which is an ability that it drops the accuracy of the moves by 20%. So yeah, something that's really commonly used. It's with Articuno right now. It just has a Snow Cloak, and like if you miss, it's just gonna spam. I can show it here actually. It's gonna spam Blizzard, Choice Specs Blizzard, like just massive amounts of damage. And he has Snow Cloak, so he's gonna start dodging some moves. And it also has like decent tankiness, which is even worse with the defense boost. The snow, it's 50%. That's how it's commonly used. There's also something really important with snow. It's called Mirror. Wait, how is it called? No, Aurora Veil. Aurora Veil. This is a move. This is not a ability. This is the main reason why people use snow. Aurora Veil can only be used when snow is up. And for 5 turns, it yes, this one. Yeah. 5 turns, it gives you more defenses. Okay, defense and special defense. It's like as if you were +1. So yeah, reduces incoming damage by. Multiplies incoming damage by 66%. Yeah, so that's the way people use snow, is just having Ninetales, and it spawns, so it summons the snow, and then it just uses Aurora Veil immediately. And then your whole team is tanky for 5 turns, and then there. Yeah, that combos also with the Articuno thing, which makes it pretty much unkillable if you have any super effective move. Now, the last main weather, Floyd main weather, Sandstorm, activated by Sand Stream and Sand Spit or whatever, but. So 2 users, Hippowdon is not really used, but I don't think it's a bad Pokemon. But it's just never used because Tita is just that good. Tyranitar, yeah, Sandstream, it was a rock type. What are the effects? So it does increase the special defense of rock types by 50%. Okay, so counterpart of the ice, which is 50 on physical. And it also does some damage. It does 6% HP per turn, except on rock types, ground types, and steel types. They don't take the damage. But only the rock type gets the special defense boost. The speed doubling ability when there's the Sandstorm is Sand Rush, which is used by Excadrill. The classic combo of Sand is Excadrill and Tyranitar. This is an amazing Sand Pokemon, and I really want to see what his ability is going to be when he Megas, because this is going to be a menace. So Sand Rush doubles the speed. And there's Sand Force, which gives 30% damage on rock, ground, and steel moves, which is the only moves he uses anyways. So like both of these are really good. And Sand Veil, which is the same as Snow Cloak. It gives you more evasion. So yeah, 20%, 25% evasion. So who uses that? Well, Garchomp. Yeah, it's really only Garchomp that uses that, which can be scary. That's it for the 4 main weathers. Next, we could just talk about primordial weather. So we talked about Groudon and Kyogre, right? And so, when Megas are gonna be good, and Primal Groudon will be there, you will have access to. It doesn't show. You will have access to Desolate. How's it called? Desolate Land. Yeah, Desolate Land. This is Uber Sun. Okay? This is Sun on steroids. So what it does is that it, instead of reducing the water damage by 50%, it just vaporizes all water moves. So all damage from water moves is just disappeared. Another thing is that this weather will not be erased by any other normal weather. It can only be erased by another primordial weather, which will be Primordial Sea from Primal Kyogre, or Delta Stream from Mega Rayquaza. So it can only be raised by those, and it also lasts forever as long as the Pokemon stays on the field. It doesn't have the 5-turn thingy. So as long as Groudon is on the field and you don't have a Kyogre or a Rayquaza to switch in, the Desolate Land is gonna stay there. But yeah, it's just minimal. They are rarely legal anyways. And when they are, you're gonna understand quickly. I guess I can still talk about Primordial Sea, but Primordial Sea, yeah, it removes all fire type damage. And then Delta Stream. Delta Stream is pretty interesting. Because it removes the weaknesses of the flying types. So, for example, Rayquaza is a dragon flying type, right? When Mega Rayquaza is on the field, because of Delta Stream, he's gonna lose the weakness of electric, of ice, and rock from the flying type. So he will now resist electric because he's dragon. He will be neutral on rock, and he will be only weak to ice, only ×2. So yeah, there we go. Yeah. And yeah, basically, that's it. It's mostly as a counter to the other primordial weathers. Next is Cloud9. This is not a weather. This is an ability. But when the ability is active, so when the Pokemon is active, so it's gonna be Golduck and wait, what? Wait, hold up. Yeah, okay. Airlock 2. Yeah, okay. So this is special because it disables all the weather conditions. So it's Airlock from Rayquaza, or it's Cloud9 from Golduck and Altaria. And these, they completely disable all the effects of weather, even primordial weather. It just disables the effects. So if you have the non-Mega Rayquaza on the field, Primal Groudon and Primal Kyogre cannot have their weather. So there we go. There's a difference between that and the Mega Rayquaza, because Mega Rayquaza has Delta Stream, which is a weather itself, and that one can be erased by the other weathers. But Airlock completely blocks all weather effects, and Cloud9 chooses the same ability. So that's about it. That's about it. So I will catch you guys later. Feraligatr.